Okay guys, so it's been a day or two since I put a video out on the channel. Had one of our good friends, Sylvester. I sold him, if you remember back last year, I had some 318, some E36 318 videos out. So M44 engine. That engine was some 96 and 99 in the E36 or Z3 only. So 4 cylinders, kind of a oddball engine, a little bit rare. And he took some videos, shot some footage for me, shot it on his cell phone. Usually turns out pretty good. When he transferred it over to me, it did lose a lot of quality, so you have to bear with that. But I'm going to take you to Sylvester's video for common vacuum leaks, and he also describes a lot of stuff he had to do to keep that car running. A lot of you guys have 318s with M44 engines, so I figured this may not be a huge view video, but it'll be a very good content for you guys that have that engine and are having some of the same issues that he had. So I'll clip over to him right now.
What's going on, Nathan DIY? This is Sylvester giving you an update with the M44 engine. The last time you saw this car, it was in St. Louis with Nathan. Purchased it from him. Car's been great so far, but we had little issues along the way, just like every other BMW out there. If it's used, you're gonna run into issues later on. This car currently right now has 160,000 miles on it right now. When I got it from Nathan, it was right around 154, I would believe. We drove it back from St. Louis. It was a 4-hour drive, and it got here okay with all the issues that I had to currently face on it. It got here okay, and we're just going to give you pretty much an overview of the things I've had to do as far as lean codes, rough idle, and cold start. And they're all pretty much in cahoots with each other. So let's just go into it about the lean code issues and things that I had to do. So we'll start off here with the PVC, this round thing here. I know Nathan talked about it last time on the previous videos. I had to pretty much replace that as well, just trying to find out a list of possibilities of what could be wrong while I was getting the lean codes and stuff like that. It was previously blocked, which caused a lot of issues as well. It caused the DISA valve to pretty much get shot. There's an orange diaphragm in the DISA valve that pretty much, if it gets ruptured, your DISA valve is pretty much shot. So we're going to have a link, or Nathan will pop up a picture of what it looks like there for you guys. Could you up and down show the...
It's down in here is where it rips. You see an orange diaphragm that's got a rip in it. So this is the diaphragm that rips. And once this rips, your vacuum can't actuate this.
Oh, wow. That is a serious vacuum leak right there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you lose DISA and you get a vacuum leak.
So when you're trying to diagnose lean codes, stuff like that, you want to start with the intake boots and work your way up pretty much. You want to start with all the fuel trim lines, such as this one right here. See if I can point it for you guys. Sorry about that. There's a line. There is a line. Oh, there we go. There is a line here that's connected to the intake, and it goes all the way down to the purge valve. It's just pretty much a long line that runs down there. It goes to the purge valve canister. I would definitely check that as well. I currently have an issue with that, and it's just a little bit nicked, but it could be also, even though I found out my main culprit was the DISA valve here. it was this one. We recently just found out that it also has a little bit of a cut in it. So I'm still, even though right now my cold starts are a little bit better, I still got to check that as well. As far as sensors go, I've changed the throttle body sensor, the idle control valve, and the TPS sensor to the intake. If you guys are having issues, I would definitely check this guy right here, the EGR valve. Clean it. Try to clean it as best as you can. You know, sometimes you could be able to just get all that carbon out, and it might be able to help you guys out. We have the hose right here that goes to the secondary air pump, which is all the way down there. See if I can try to point it out for you guys. It's all the way down there. That's the secondary air pump. And if this hose is cracked or has any abrasions on it, as far as could be causing a lean code, I'll be definitely checking that out. Just, you know, preventative maintenance. I changed my coil pack here. I figured it had a lot of miles on it, so why not? Fuel trim line. You see the blue one right here. It goes from the EGR valve all the way down to this little guy. Let's see if I can try to put it out there for you guys. Goes all the way down there. Other than that, I mean, the car served me pretty well for a daily driver. With those issues, if you can just get those squared away. Oh, I want to say another thing as well too. If you take this the intake out, the fuel trim lines, the fuel injector lines, I would definitely check those too, because on mine they were pretty much gone. They were just needed to be replaced. It was just so old on there, and that's also what was causing a lot of my issues as well. But now with the DISA valve in there, it's running a lot better now. The car has got a lot more power. I was so underpowered. The low end torque was just not there, and this car is a manual transmission, so you know I'm sure it's going to be the same type of issue with the automatic as well. You're going to be underpowered if you don't fix a lot of these lean codes, and it's just going to not. It's going to be a rough ride for you as far as starting it up, car not turning over, and stuff like that. I've pretty much did my best to keep this car up. Also, I want to mention the cold air intake doesn't really make a difference. When we were trying to figure out what was the issue with the car, we did a couple tests by taking my cold air intake out, putting back stock, and it just didn't make a difference. The culprit ended up being the DISA valve. We've changed that. It's a lot better. The car is running great. Hopefully this helps you guys out there, and we're gonna provide you a checklist of things in the description link with Nathan's video in case I ran over a couple things I didn't mention or forgot to mention. I'm gonna pretty much give you a list of all those things, guys, and hopefully it helps you guys out. This car has served me great so far. I'm just gonna give you a visual aesthetic of the car since the last time you've seen it. Did some work to it. We added some nice little rims on there, just not too bad. The exhaust, aftermarket exhaust on there. It's running on a MagnaFlow catalytic converter, so it's got a little power. It's not too bad, it's not obnoxious. But other than that, hopefully this helps you guys out there. And if you got any questions, I'm sure I will be underneath the comments trying to answer whatever I can. Nathan is also going to provide you all the links and pictures to go along with this video, and hopefully it helps you guys out there. Thank you very much. Also want to give a big thank you, as obviously, to Nathan DIY for all the inspiration, for helping me out and everything as well. Also to Nathan, all the way in Schaumburg. I really appreciate you.